Hello everyone. Today we are going to study about the tests on a single phase transformer. We have the equivalent circuit of a transformer. This dash represents that we are referring it from the secondary to the primary winding. In this experiment, our main objective is to determine these parameters that we have connected in the equivalent circuit. That is, the core loss resistance R0, magnetizing reactance Xm, the winding resistance R01 or R02, the leakage reactance X01 or X02. So we need to determine these parameters in order to construct this sort of equivalent circuit. To determine these parameters, we perform some tests on the transformer. So our objective is to determine core loss in the transformer, copper loss, either R01 or R02, and either X01 and or X02, and to determine R0 and Xm in the case of transformer. We need to determine the circuit parameters as well as core and copper losses. So we will be performing some tests on the transformer. First is the open circuit test. Second is the short circuit test. First of all, let us start with the open circuit test. Now, in the case of open circuit test, our main aim is to determine constant losses or core losses in a transformer. Actually, in constant loss, dielectric loss is also included in the case of transformer. But we usually neglect the dielectric loss, so constant loss becomes core loss. Next, we need to determine the R0 and Xm of the equivalent circuit. So as I have told you before in the testing of the transformer that we had four objectives to determine. First, copper loss, core loss, R0 and Xm, and series parameters of equivalent circuit. So in the case of open circuit test, we are fulfilling our two objectives. That is, first is to find the core loss and the other is to find the shunt branch parameters. So how will this test be conducted? To perform open circuit test, one winding is to be excited with rated voltage and frequency, while other winding terminal is kept open. So this test is mostly conducted on the low voltage side by keeping the high voltage side open. Why? Because the rated voltage on the low voltage side will be lesser as compared to the high voltage side. Suppose we have a 2000/200 volt 50 hertz transformer. For open test on high voltage side, we need to apply 2000 volt at 50 hertz to get rated flux. While for open circuit test on low voltage side, we need only 200 volt at 50 hertz to get the same rated flux. Therefore, open circuit test is preferred on the low voltage side. Now let us see what is the circuit arrangement. Suppose this is my low voltage side and this is my high voltage side. We connect three instruments. One is the voltmeter, this is my ammeter. This voltmeter will measure voltage and ammeter will measure the no load current I naught. Then we have the wattmeter, which will measure the losses or the power consumed by the transformer. We generally use a low power factor wattmeter. Why? Because at no load, cos phi naught is no load power factor is equal to is between 0.2 to 0.25 lagging. And since this value is less than 0.5, therefore low power factor wattmeter will be used. Let us see the equivalent circuit in the case of open circuit test. Here I have referred the entire circuit on the LV side. So this is my R2 dash, this is my X2 dash. But since the circuit was open circuited, here we have removed the load and this is open circuit. Now if we approximate the circuit by moving this shunt branch from this point to the terminal voltage, we can form the approximate circuit representation of the transformer. This is the approximate circuit representation. So the other side is open circuit. Therefore, no current will be flowing through these windings. So we can very well neglect this. That is, we are only considering the shunt branch parameters and we have neglected the series parameters. Therefore, we have neglected the no load copper loss. This current flowing is I naught. Current through R naught is IC and current through XM is IM. Now we have the three readings as per the connection. The voltmeter will give V1 value. Ammeter reading is I naught and wattmeter reading is PI. Since we have only shunt parameters, wattmeter will read constant loss. Actually, the reading in wattmeter is, let's say it is PI. So PI is equal to core loss plus dielectric loss plus no load primary copper loss. Now, as I told you while drawing the equivalent circuit, we were neglecting the no load copper loss as well as the dielectric loss. So we can say that PI is approximately equal to the core loss. So my first objective is fulfilled. We needed to find the core loss, then the wattmeter reading will give me core loss. Now the other objective is to find R naught and XM in the shunt branch, that is the shunt branch parameters. So how to find that? The power recorded by the wattmeter is PI. It can be expressed as V1 I naught cos phi naught. Cos phi naught is the no load power factor. From here we can calculate cos phi naught because we have the wattmeter reading and V1 and I naught values are given. So cos phi naught is equal to PI upon V1 into I naught. Then I can calculate IC, which is equal to I naught cos phi naught. Similarly, I can calculate IM, which is equal to I naught sin phi naught. This you can observe from the phasor diagram as well. So this is my flux, this is the input voltage V1, this is my IM, this is IC, and the resultant of these two currents will give me I naught. So the angle between V1 and I naught is phi naught. So from this figure also we can say that IC is equal to I naught cos phi naught and IM is equal to I naught sin phi naught. Then R naught is nothing but V1 upon IC and XM is nothing but V1 upon IM. Thus we have obtained the shunt branch parameters. Now I will shift to the website and go to the simulator section. We click here to perform the experiment. So this is the equivalent circuit for the open circuit test. I'll click on the open circuit test. So in this we will set the input voltage of the auto transformer at 50 Hz so as to get a rated voltage of 150 volt in the low voltage side. So I'll set the voltage to 150 volt. Now to get the rated voltage, we keep the turns ratio of the auto transformer to 1. We will now switch on the supply and observe the no load current value I naught, the PI value, that is wattmeter reading, and the primary voltage value. So we find that the value of I naught is 1.56 ampere, PI is 36.07 watt, and V1 is 150 volt. So now we have the values of PI, I naught and V1. We'll simply put the value and find out cos phi naught. So cos phi naught comes to around 0.154, which implies phi naught is approximately 81.4 degrees. Therefore sin phi naught will be 0.988. So IC, we get the value of IC as 1.54, sorry, this is 0.24 ampere, and we get the value of IM as 1.54 ampere. So putting the value of V1 and IC, we will get the value of R naught as 625 ohms and XM as 97.32 ohm. Now we click on simulate and we can check that we are almost getting the same values as calculated here. Hence, we have completed the open circuit test. Now I will take short circuit test. So what are my objectives left? First is to find the variable losses of a transformer. So in the case of open circuit test, we were determining constant losses. But in the case of short circuit test, we will determine variable losses. Then we need to find the series parameters, that is R01 and X01. These two objectives will be covered in the case of short circuit test. So short circuit test is performed at the rated current. Now since KVA rating is same on both sides of the transformer, therefore V1 I1 is equal to V2 I2. Suppose this is the low voltage side and this is the high voltage side. Since V1 is less than V2, therefore I1 will be greater than I2. So rated current will be higher on the low voltage side and it will be lesser in the high voltage side. Now since we need to conduct the test at the rated current, it is better to conduct the test on the high voltage side since the rated current requirement is lesser. So we will conduct this test on the HV side by keeping the LV side shorted. So let us see the arrangement. Here I have placed a variable voltage source. Why? Because we need to flow the rated current. So what we do is we will keep varying this voltage and we will record the current. As soon as this ammeter records the rated current, we will take the reading of all the three meters. One from the voltmeter, that is the applied voltage, one reading from the ammeter, that will give me the rated current, and one reading from the wattmeter, that will give me variable losses in the case of transformer. Let us see what happens in the equivalent circuit. So no load current of transformer is approximately 5 to 8% of full load current. That means when the rated current or full load current is flowing in the transformer, we can neglect the shunt branch parameters. So these are the secondary winding resistance and this is the secondary leakage reactance referred to the primary side. Now since we have removed the shunt branch, all these elements will come in series and the equivalent circuit will be this. So secondary side is short circuit and we apply short circuit voltage and the current flowing is ISC, that is the rated current. Generally VSC is very less. It is 5 to 8% of the rated voltage. Because of the small amount of VSC, the flux in the core is very weak and we can neglect the core loss component. Now let us consider different readings of the meter. Voltmeter would give me VSC, ammeter reading will be ISC or I rated, and the wattmeter reading will be PSC. Now since the rated current is flowing, the copper loss, that is the losses that are occurring in the winding resistance, will be called as full load copper loss. So PSC is basically losses in a transformer under short circuit condition. The other case of variable loss is stray load loss, which is 0.5% of full load copper loss, and it can also be neglected. Then we also have small iron loss. This is due to weak flux in the core. Therefore, we can consider wattmeter reading under short circuit condition is PSC as full load copper loss. So one of the objectives of the short circuit test is fulfilled. Next we need to find the series parameters of the equivalent circuit. To calculate the series parameters, we have VSC, ISC and PSC values given. So ZSC will be VSC upon ISC. Similarly, R01 will be PSC upon ISC square, because power loss in the resistor will be I square R. Therefore, X01 will be under root ZSC square minus R01 square. So that is how we calculate the series branch parameters of the transformer. Now I will shift again to the website, and in the simulator section we click on the short circuit test. We set the input voltage to a very low value. This is adjusted using this marker. Let us keep the marker at 0.227. At this value, we get the rated current of 9.63 ampere, and which is less than the 10 ampere. So if we keep the marker such that the input voltage is higher than this, then the rated current would exceed 10 ampere and the circuit won't work. There is an alert message to repair the fuse. It can be repaired by clicking on this fuse symbol. So once again we fix the marker value to 0.227 and switch on the supply. Now from the circuit you can note the readings of all the three meters. So we have the voltmeter reading VSC as 22.7 volt, ISC as 9.63 amperes, and wattmeter reading PSC as 104.3 watts. Therefore, we get the value of ZSC as 2.357 ohms. Similarly, from this equation, we get R01 as R01 is 1.124 ohms. Therefore, we can obtain X01 as ZSC square minus R01 square, and we will get X01 as 2.07 ohms. Now to confirm your calculations, you can click on simulate. You observe that you get almost the same values as calculated here. So hence we have completed the short circuit test also. Thank you.